You know, so I started the challenge account last night, and I gotta tell you that I think I've made a good decision, because that account is a lot of fun to play. Let's get into it. I'll break it down. I'll show you guys my progression from last night and a little bit of this morning. And I'll show you guys some of the decisions that I made while building this team. So let's get into it. All right. As we can see here, I'm in the game now. And let's go to characters. I want to show you guys that I am only using the KA units. Now Mytha is at level 5 because the tutorial requires me to level her up. And I have to use her in the tutorial. So now that once the tutorial was finished, I have my KA units are all been leveled up and they're upgraded. And as it looks right now, I've managed to get several of the KA light conjurers. I've gotten several of the archers, which is nice. So getting them up to 3 stars has been really nice. The KA pikeman, the fire conjurer. I am missing out of these units the KA guard. I want my tank and I do not have one, and it's really bugging me, because when I'm up in those games modes where I need a tank, I need someone to take the damage, and so I have to be very careful where I position everybody, because, well, obviously, you know, most of my team is going to be pretty squishy. Luckily, my healer here has been doing a phenomenal job in keeping my guys healed up. I think he heals for like 290, almost 300 right now, which is awesome. Like, that's pretty much a full life heal for everyone, or close to it. So it's been really nice having him be able to heal that much. So as we can see here, I've obviously got them all maxed out in the level for where I'm at right now. Their ranks. Obviously, I can't go up in rank 3 until I hit level 15, and I'm gonna have to farm up some more of these Watcher medals and stuff like that. What I did go a little bit more of an offensive with him. I was gonna go with the heal, but I didn't really know about the 10% heal. I understand that it does give it the 3 debuffs, and potentially later on I may need to switch that up. I just got to figure out how to acquire these Castilia? I don't know. I gotta figure out how to get. I'll figure out how to say it correctly one day. So I gotta collect a couple of those so that I can change things up if I absolutely need to. What's this next one if you're going up? Passing. Ooh, oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I may have to go up with that one, and I think I can go back and forth on these. If not, then that's gonna suck. But yeah, so I've gotten some ranks up on those guys and whatnot. In terms of my pools, as we can see here, I've pulled out a couple of fun units here. I got Gloria right off the bat. She was my first, she was my first SSR character out of the beginner banner. So I pulled her on the last set of 30, or on the last set of 10, sorry. So I didn't pull anyone else other than that, so that's just what I'm gonna have now for this thing. Might, Tempest, Crimson Falcon, Flare, Divine Grace, Nightingale, Abyss. No, Crimson Falcon, I've been kind of going back and forth on this one because it's not a rare unit. She's obviously an epic, and she is part of the KA units, but she doesn't have KA in the name. So like, I don't know, tell me what you guys think, you know, if I should be allowed to use her or not. As of right now, I'm not going to, because she doesn't have, like I said, KA in the name. At least I want, but I'm gonna, I gotta make sure that I can get my my dark, or my dark, wow, my KA guard. I need the guard really bad. Where am I sitting? 140 on my luck site. So I'm gonna be fair, you guys, I spent my luck site buying summons. So, and I know a lot of you are gonna be like, oh god, A-Rat, why would you do that? Don't do that, that's so bad. But I digress, you guys. I wanted that KA guard really, really bad, and unfortunately I did not summon him, so it is what it is. Oh, coffee break. Had to get some. Getting a little parched on my throat. So with that being said, before we get too much further, we'll go ahead and I'll show you guys what I'm doing for the builds for each one. We've already gone over the light conjurer. Let's go to the pikeman real quick. Like I said, I got him up to 2-star right now, and in terms of his rank, I'm going in a more, a little bit more of a, because I know that I'm going to probably be losing units later on. I liked the Legacy of Comrades because it offered that heal and that attack, physical, and magic defense buffs. Like, that's awesome. I really like having that. And so, moreover, like, I know I could have gone for like the damage and everything, but it doesn't cause a knockback, which I was like, I really want a knockback effect. And so I decided not to worry about that. And I don't know if I even get the opportunity for a knockback. That's a reaction strike back. And so I don't know if I get a knockback with him. I was hoping I would, and it seems kind of interesting that I don't get one. Knockback. Okay, there's a knockback, but not until rank 7. What do I got to be to get that one? Level 35 required to get a knockback. Oh, that's gonna be rough. So he's not gonna give me any kind of like a knockback or anything like that, which is fine for right now. I wish he did, but you know, I digress. It will eventually, once I get the guard, I'm sure the guard will have a knockback, so we should be fine to go with that. So next up, we're gonna go over here to my fire conjurer. Very much similar to the other ones. I think I went a little bit more on the attack side with her. Let's see, rank 2. Yeah, I chose the fire pillar, and I have to admit, you guys, I am so glad that I chose this, primarily because when I found out that there is no friendly fire, it made this skill so much better. I was really worried that it was going to hurt my own units, but I can drop this right in the middle, right on the top of one of my units, and it will hit everything around them, which is awesome. And I really, really like that a lot. Now, the other skill that she had was the attack up to all allies within the support within the target location, which would have been really, really nice as well. I went back and forth on this one, but I wanted her to be able to, I wanted an AoE damage ability because I know that I'm going to have characters that are going to be teaming up, enemies that are going to be teaming up together. And I figured an AoE would be really nice to be able to do, especially when you have maps that have the fire on the ground. If I can get the enemies and hold them in the fire and just drop this on them and they just continue to take a lot of damage, ultimately I think that's a really, really good idea. Now I'm curious about this one. So it increases physical and magic attack by 20%. So if you're running at about 200, you're looking at about 40% or plus 40 on that, which that's not bad at all. That's actually a lot of extra damage there. So that's pretty nice. So for the most part, you know, that's what I got for my fire conjurer. In terms of my gear on the other ones, I'm just kind of equipping them with whatever I can find right now. I don't really have a whole lot to give out. As for the archer, with her, I chose to get a crit up, which now that I think about it, I probably should have gone with this one instead, only because like the crit up is nice, but I just realized that if I'm gonna do a buff, I'm gonna want, I don't know, actually maybe the AoE on the fire conjurer was actually a bad idea. I don't know. I'm going back and forth on those, because if I could do crit up and attack up on everybody around me, that could be really useful, especially for the pikeman, because getting him a really, really high buff would be really nice, so he could dish out some more damage. Or even the archer would be nice, because you know they're running 251 versus my 282. Yeah, giving him like a crit buff and an attack buff would be really nice for sure. So, but that's what I've got going on so far for my units. In terms of my progression, let's go ahead and jump into that really quick. Fool's Journey. So I just cleared the rift earlier this morning, and it was it was fun. It was going obviously from 0-8 on. It was challenging. Now I didn't lose any characters in any of these modes, but I definitely got really close. Not having a knockback is really detrimental. It does make it a bit harder because I can't just knock people off the edge of the map, or maneuver them into positions that I want them. So I'm having to play everything a little bit more strategically, because with not having a tank, my units are taking a lot of damage right off the bat. And so luckily my healer's been able to keep up with all of them, and so I'm pretty happy with that for the most part. So, but that's kind of where I'm at right now for day 1. And I've got, like I said, about 2 hours of gameplay into it so far. I've managed to clear every stage in the prologue, which is, I know the prologue's pretty easy. But for the most part, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was a good challenge so far. I haven't lost any units. I haven't really, had to deal anything like that. And upgrading, holy crap, upgrading has been super easy. I mean, obviously I only have the 4 units right now to work on. And so, I think my biggest setbacks right now is that I can't level them up quickly, because obviously I'm not high enough level yet, or my character level isn't up. But for the most part, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. It's been super enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys as things progress on. Let me switch back over here to this one. I'm looking forward to progressing things on as we go from here on out, and sharing with you guys more and more updates. I'm going to throw down some more gameplay footage or record some more gameplay footage tonight of how things went throughout the chapter 1 and all the way through there, and give you guys some more in-depth on combats and how all that stuff went. So, but ultimately, for the starting of the challenge mode, it's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. It's awesome, and I'm looking forward to sharing more and more of this with you guys later on. We'll catch you guys in the next one.